Okay, buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Perdón si no lo digo bien las palabras, más o menos. Estoy hablando sobre the vital signs. And voy a pasar with the weight and height. So the patients, if the patient's unable to stand and maybe weigh on a chair scale, and there's another form as in an electric scale to you just stand. And there's also of measuring adults and weight and height. The height of the bar is generally lower until it touches the top of the patient's head. So this is converting pounds to kilograms. So 1 kilogram is 2.2 pounds. So multiplying the number of kilograms by 2.2 pounds, explaining the patient weighs 64, multiplied by 64 by 2.2, so it'd be like 140.8. And converting to pounds to kilograms is 1 pound to 0.45 kilograms. Multiplying by the number of pounds by 0.41, explaining if the patient is weighing 130 pounds multiplied by 130 by 0.45 would be 58.5 or 59 kilograms. So the temperature. So to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, Fahrenheit equals Celsius. So it'll be Celsius by 9 divided by 5 plus 32, or Fahrenheit degree minus 32 times 5 divided by 9. So it would be explaining the Celsius and Fahrenheit reading in degree. So these are examples of the Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. And these are the measuring of the body temperature. There's the, I'm sorry. There is the oral, the rectal, the axillary. There is the tempomen and the temporal artery. So the oral is most of adults and children who are able to follow instructions by properly holding the thermometer. Axillary, I'm sorry, infants and children and patients who have had oral surgery or mouth breathing, patients and unconscious patients. Axillary is for small children. Templeman is for also small children. That is also placed in the ear. And thermometer artery is mostly children and infants and small children, patients who had oral surgery, and mouth breathing patients, unconscious patients. So this is an example of how a medical assistant holds the position of the thermometer while temperature is being obtained. As another example of the oral temperature using in a electric thermometer. It attaches to it, and there's a box behind where it has a lot of tubes where you could put them in oral or axillary. And then maybe you don't need it anymore, then you dispose it in the container to the waste. And then it's an example showing it. And there's another one showing that the oral temperature using the electric thermometer. And going back to, storage. Another one is the axillary temperature, where it's placed in the axillary place while the patient holds their arm tightly to their body. And there's another example, just the same thing, showing how it should look. The Fahrenheit is 97.6, so that means it's normal body temperature, and that's how it's supposed to. And this is another one, the I'm sorry. So you're supposed to pull the outer ear downward and towards the children under the age of 3. And then this is for another one, where gently, intensely pour men into the patient's ear to the canal while pulling the patient's ear, the age of 4 and up, underward and out. So there's 2 different ways. This is for 4 and up for kids that are older the age of 4, and the other one was the age of under 3. And this is the temporal artery, the temporometer for children, children or infants. And we're going straight to pulse. Average of pulse rate by the age less than 1 year would be 120 to 160 blood pressure. And then age 2 to 6 years is to 80 to 120 blood pressure. And 6 to 10 years is to 80 to 100 BPM. And then 11 to 16 should be 7 to 90. And then adults should be 60 through 80. And then older adults to 50 to 65. So the younger kids obviously has more faster, because they're younger kids and they like to run around. So this is the 9 pulse sign of the body. There is the temporal, the cardiac. It also, oh wait, can I show? Okay. The apical, and then right here by the arm is the brachial, and then the one little bit lower is the radial, and then the other one right here by the femoral. And then there's another one behind the leg, is called papile, and the one by it's called dorsalis temple. Oh my God, I'm sorry, by the leg on top. And the other one is posterior temporal. The locations is the radical is the thumb side from the waist about 1 inch below base of the thumb. And the radical is the inner except of the right below the elbow, pressure hard when it's taking the blood pressure. The cardial is at the side of the neck behind the lateral. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that word. It's a muscle, I'm sorry. And the temporal is at the side of the head, just above from the ear. And the femoral is a ingrown where femoral artery passes to the leg. The papile is on the medial surface of the ankle near to the ankle bone. The dorsalis pallis is on top of the foot, slightly lateral to the midline, helping assist the diaphragmal body circulation of the foot. And And the apical is a apid of the heart, left of the stream of the fourth and fifth intercostally placed on below of the nipple. This is another picture of where it's supposed to be placed of the lateral pulse, measuring the patient pulse. This is another picture of the Bacterial pulse. I'm sorry. And this is the cardiac pulse, where it's right below by the neck. This is the femoral pulse, where it's right on the top of the leg by the fem. This is the postural pulse, right behind the elbow. I mean the knee by the leg bone. It's another picture of the postural temple. And then this is the thoralis pulse. And this is apical pulse, where the first located. So we're gonna go ahead and do the respiration. Respiratory rate. The patient who knows his respiration. So if the person knows their respiration or are being count, maybe alert their breathing. So they might like go faster or like take deeper breath because you know they know what you're breathing. But if you don't tell them, then they won't. They wouldn't even know. They're just thinking that you're taking the pulse. And this is the respiratory rate of average of the age group. The newborns supposedly have to have 30 to 50. The age of 1 to 2 years is to 20 to 30. And to the age of 3 to 8 is 18 to 26. And then 9 to 11 should be 16 to 22. And to the age of 12 to, adults should be 12 to 20, should be the regular respiration rate. Oh, this is the blood pressure. So this is the guidelines. So if you have 140 over 90 or above, it's the hypertensive, the blood pressure. And if you have 120 to 80 to 139 to 89, it's the per hypertensive, is the borderline. And if you have 119 to over 179 or below, normally it's the normal blood pressure. The normal blood pressure reading is newborn should be 75 to 55. The age of 6 to 9 of the age should be 90 to 55. The age of 10 to 15 should be 100 over 65. And the age of 16 to adulthood should be 18 to 75. And adults should be 119 over 78. So this is another form how to take the blood pressure of, and then these are different cuff of for adults. The first one right here should be children. And then this one is for adults, and this one's for obese already, one. And then these are different types of what you would really need to, when you're taking their blood pressure, you need the stethoscope and the different types. And then this is another one, the electric one, how to also take their blood pressure. And it tells you right here the pulse, and it has how much, they have the blood pressure. And to have Having the patient index arm palm up and apply a blood pressure cuff over the brachial artery is 1 to 2 inches above. So it should be right there, a little bit above. It should be right in the middle. And you see how she has this right here? And then she has holding the cuff placed in the wrap, reminder of the cuff tightly and around an arm. Placing the ear piece into your ear and the bell of the cuff over the pulsing brachial artery. And that's all the presentation. I'm sorry if I didn't